Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Major League Rips. Got a good one for you today. Yesterday, Topps quietly released a checklist for the new 2025 Series 1, and I've been spending hours kind of digging into that, and especially digging into the rookie class in this set, and trying to figure out what's good and what's interesting here. And so I want to start by just going over a couple things I noticed here in this set. Let's see. So the first thing I noticed, I was looking at the checklist, and there was one name mysteriously missing here. And I was scrolling down. I was like, okay, let's see. We got all three of the Jacksons. Oh wait, we don't. Jackson Chourio is not on this checklist. If we search for his name, he appears in some of the insert checklists here. There's his first. Let's see, his first appearance on the checklist is right here in the Topps Baseball Chrome autographs. So for some reason, he is not appearing in the primary checklist as having a base card. So hopefully that's a typo. This does not appear to be a final checklist. So maybe that's just a mistake. I guess we'll have to wait and see there. Second thing here we're going to talk about is some big changes to the parallels and variations that we're getting this year. A lot of people love to collect those parallels and variations. So let's scroll to the top here. So I wasn't totally prepared. So, the first thing we notice here is that a lot of the higher numbered variations are gone or changed or reduced. So, we still got the gold out of 2025. Last year we had blue foil out of 999. That has become blue rainbow foil out of 150. We had purple foil out of 799. That has become purple rainbow out of 250. We had green out of 499. That's become green rainbow out of 99. And we had orange out of 299. That's orange crackle out of 299. Red was out of 199. That's red crackle, same numbers. We kept the vintage stock. We kept the Independence Day. We lost the black parallel, it seems, which a lot of people are pretty upset about. Doesn't bother me, being honest, but I know a lot of people are. We've also lost the Father's Day and Mother's Day, it seems. Again, not a huge loss to me, but I get it if you're upset. What we've gained here is this canvas parallel that has been in other sets in the past, and we also gained this wood parallel, which will be interesting. We kept Memorial Day. We got black rainbow foil, so I guess that's replaced the black, which used to be out of 73. We gained a clear parallel, and then we've got sort of these much more rare ones. So red rainbow seems to be new here. And then of course printing plates, holofoil, and first card. The other thing, um, the other thing that is really interesting is when you go look at the variations, we've got the Dancing Dodgers checklist, which fine. I mean, not something I'm going to collect. We've still got the Golden Mirror, and let's see if they put it here. I was looking at this. So we've got the player numbers variation, which I don't know what this is. I haven't seen a preview of this product yet, so I'm just not sure here. But we did lose the team color background. Team color variation, which I really loved as a product. And I think that's a big miss for me here. That's probably the biggest one. The team color was just a pretty cool product. So I'm sad to see that go, but we'll see what these player number variations look like here in the hobby only parallel. Let's get back to the show here. Number three, some interesting new relics and autos. So keep bouncing you around here, get you back on the checklist. There's just so many cards and inserts here. The first one that I was really excited about are um, some of the autos down here that could be really cool. The dual autos, there's some great ones here. Trout and Griffey would be epic. Reggie Jackson and Henderson would be incredible. Jeter and Judge, amazing cards. Bo Jackson and Bobby Witt would be pretty cool. So a lot of potential for some super cool cards here. Obviously, these are going to be very rare cards. Love the potential there. Trout and Salmon, kind of just a funny play there on the last names. We've got the triple autos again, super, super rare, but Pujols, A-Rod, and Bonds. That's kind of funny. Barry Bonds coming back to this set is one of the big, uh, to the autograph set is one of the big things people are talking about. Griffey, Tomey, and Sosa. I don't understand. Is this like something to do with on their secondary teams? I mean, we've got Griffey on the Reds, Tomey on the Twins, and Sosa on the Rangers. It's just a little weird to me. I have noticed like they're not putting Cleveland Legends in their Indians uniforms. I don't know if there's like a copyright thing where they can't use the name and the logo or what. I saw a Kenny Lofton card in another set where he was in is a Kenny Lofton autograph and he was in a Giants uniform. It's just weird to me. So I don't know what's going on. I think they did actually. I think there's actually a Lofton auto in this set. Yeah, and it just says Cleveland. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Kind of some weirdness there. Let's get back down here. Pardon my scrolling. City Connect swatch collection autographs. Those could be cool with the new City Connect jerseys. Bummed not to see a Cleveland player in here. These will be interesting. I think this is new this year. Fanatics Authentic Redemptions and Flagship Real One autos. Don't really know much about these. We got the heavy lumber autos, the Major League Material, of course. This is the last one I wanted to talk about. Actually, there's two here. Rickwood. So they played a game at old Rickwood Field last year, historic Rickwood Field in Alabama, Cardinals and Giants. And so it seems like we've got some sort of relic from that game. I don't know if it'll be a base. Well, that's probably not as cool if it'd be like part of the stadium or like a seat or something. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see what those are and if those are cool at all. And then we've got like almost an Allen and Ginter type of product here with these signature Tunes dual autographs. You got Corbin Carroll and Metro Boomin. Got Aaron Judge and a Boogie with the hoodie, and Bryson Stott and Ty Verde. So I don't know. And then we've got this Big Hurt autographs. This is kind of replacing the tribute to the Kid set that came out last year. So yeah, some interesting stuff there. Could be some cool autos and relics this year. Last thing here before we start digging into the rookies is we've got some missing and new insert sets that I wanted to talk about. So the first thing, the checklist that they published doesn't seem to have any info about retail products. So I didn't see Stars of Major League Baseball Chrome in there. Not that I would be upset, but I think that's probably just because it's part of the retail only. I didn't see the Superstar Blueprint. I didn't see sketch cards. I didn't see the Grand Gamers insert. And I didn't see Home Run Challenge cards, which I think would be a huge loss. They're not worth anything. I get that, but I think they're kind of cool. I always play them. Gives you something to follow along with, I think. So I'd be super bummed if the Home Run Challenge cards were missing. A couple new insert sets we got here. Oh boy. Let's get our feet under us here. Okay. A couple insert sets I noticed as I was scrolling through here. Um, we got the all aces. I always thought those were kind of cool, like the playing cards. We've got Call to the Hall. I think this is probably just replacing like the Grand Gamer set. All historic players here. I can do without insert sets of historic players, especially so many of them. Um, Heavy lumber, of course, the home field advantage sticks around, which is good. So I've got this new set called Placata, and I had no idea what this meant, so I had to Google it. And basically, it seems like Carlos Pena has started a lifestyle brand here. Um, Placata is an expression Carlos and his brother used when they were playing baseball, synonymous with tenacity, grit, hard work, blah, blah, blah. So they've struck some sort of deal here with Carlos Pena's lifestyle brand company. It seems, of course, he is card number one in the set. So we'll see what that holds. We've got the social media follow back, Stars of Major League Baseball, of course. Training Grounds. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's something to kind of replace the Superstar Blueprint here. So we'll see about those. So that's all I got for you on the set itself. The next thing I wanted to take a really deep dive on here is the rookie class. These rookies are always obviously the most collectible um, players, cards in the set. And so I really did a deep dive here looking into who these guys were. We've got 62 rookies in this set, 350 card set with 62 rookies. So rookie heavy for sure. It's gonna be like one in every six cards or so is a rookie, more than that actually. So I kind of broke these down. I took a deep look at every single one of these guys. I looked at their age. I looked at some of their rankings from Fangraphs prospects, Baseball America prospects, Prospectus prospect rankings, and their future value grades based on Fangraphs. And then I did my own sort of analysis here of their playing time potential for 2025 because if they're not playing, they're not going to be valuable players to collect. And I made some notes here for myself. So um, this is currently sorted by their Fangraphs future value here. And far and away, my favorite player in this set is James Wood. I'm obviously not going to talk about all 62 prospects here. So I'm just going to go through my ranks here very briefly, taking a chance, putting myself out there with this. I've seen some old ranks that other people put out there, and they did not age well. And these probably won't either. But based on all of those factors that I just talked about, um, here are my top 10 guys, and then a handful of honorable mentions for you too. So James Wood, my opinion, this guy has the unlimited upside of a guy that you want to collect and you want to invest in insane skill set, um, highly projectable. I mean, I just think the sky's the limit for him. Dylan Cruz comes in behind him. I don't think there's quite as much upside with Cruz, but I am not a prospect evaluator by any means. Just from everything I've read and everything I've seen, um, Wood would be the guy I chase. After that, it gets a lot less interesting, to be honest. So this entire class, in my opinion, is driven by Wood and Cruz. Someone will inevitably come out of here and surprise us. Jacob Wilson is my number three here, mainly because he looks like a full-time, long-time major leaguer, a really solid shortstop for a long time. He's young at only 23. If he could somehow develop some power, it could be a really interesting profile. But the reality is he has an elite hit tool, and he's just going to be a spray hitter for singles and doubles. But a super valuable real life player. Schwellenbach, in my opinion, is the best pitcher in the class. He's old at 25. He made, I think, 21 starts for the Braves last year and was really, really good. He's a solid player. I like him a lot. I don't know what the upside is for him, but he's got the talent, he's got the playing time. He should be a valuable player again in real life more so than in collecting. We got Brooks Lee here, another shortstop who kind of lacks the power. He's got more power than Jacob Wilson for sure. He's a little older, first round pick. I like him. I think he's going to be a solid player, twin shortstop for a long time. Maybe lacking superstar potential. Rhett Lauder, I think, is a really interesting profile here. Um, this guy got drafted, I think, in 2023. In 2024, he started in high A and shot all the way up to the major leagues. He went to double A, triple A, and then the majors. His K rates, are not blowing people away. So it's hard to see him as an ace or a Hall of Famer. But he is 23. The team obviously loves him. It seems like the Reds have six starters right now, so we'll see if he cracks the opening day rotation. That's going to be important for his value here. Yolber Diaz, this is a name I hadn't heard of, but this is a guy who's got the stuff to be really good, especially if he develops. He's 24, so a little older than you'd like in an investable prospect. But a guy that can be really good. His stock rose last year. Cards are worth hanging on to for sure. We've got another Orioles prospect here coming in at number 8. This is probably lower than most people have him because, in my opinion, I just don't see how this guy's going to get on the field this year or even next year. Baltimore is just so loaded. They went out and got Tyler O'Neill. This guy doesn't necessarily have a great position, even though he's got a ton of talent. So my big thing here is just, how is this guy going to earn any value? Already 23, so that's concerning for me unless he gets traded. Jace Young, interesting guy. Could be a starting second baseman for sure. He seems to be competing for a second, third base job with the Tigers. He's got great power, uh, but not a great hit tool. So, um, this guy could be a low end major league regular, even a average major league regular. Hard to see him as a star though. Orelvis Martinez is a guy that's interesting. I think he's got slightly better offensive profile than Young. Um, Not sure he has a job this year either in Toronto. You've got Bo Bichette. They traded for Andres Jimenez in the offseason. So it's hard for me to find a spot for this guy in the diamond. He's coming off an 80 game suspension last year for PEDs, so that doesn't help him. But he's a guy that could pop if he gets a chance. And then the honorable mentions here, these are some guys that I think are going to be, well, the first one here, these are kind of lottery tickets, and this is the biggest lottery ticket of all. Hometown guy here for me, John Kenzie Newell. Off the charts, insane power, fun to watch, strikes out a lot. I don't know where he gets on the field. He's probably a part-time outfielder. But if he gets the playing time and everything clicks, this could be a really, really fun profile and a guy that is at least really fun to watch, if not collect and invest in. The other guys are sort of what I think are going to be solid but unexciting major league pitchers. Uh, Fest is going to be solid. Hers is super under the radar, but I think, he's got the history. He's been good. His X stats were better than what he put up in the real life numbers. So I think this guy could be solid. Cantillo, I love watching this guy play. He pitched really well. He doesn't have overwhelming stuff, but I think he's a solid mid-rotation guy. We'll see if he cracks the rotation this year. And then Will Warren, pretty much the same thing, older at 26, so not a great collectible prospect, but he could definitely be in the Yankees rotation this year. And he could build himself a solid career if he gets an opportunity and makes the most of it. So these are the guys that I, am interested in this year. Again, it's a super top-heavy class with Wood followed by Cruz. After that, it's pretty dicey in my opinion in terms of like collectible superstars here. Last thing I want to take you to was just thinking a little bit about who might we see in the 2025 Series 2 rookie class, because we got Wood and Cruz in Series 1, and so it kind of leaves the cupboards a little bare. I think the headliner obviously is going to be Roki Sasaki. We'll see where he signs, but he's going to be the biggest name in that class without a doubt. Looking at the top 100 here on Fangraphs, we're looking for guys that haven't yet cracked Major League Baseball or gotten a card. Basayo, it's hard to see him getting into the majors with Rushman there this year. Um, he's in AAA. He was good, but I don't know. I don't see it. Salas is too young, still in single A. Colson Montgomery, he seems to have the talent upside, but he was not great in AAA last year. So we'll see if he finds playing time with the White Sox here at the beginning of the season. Spencer Jones, I don't see this young kid cracking the Yankees outfield. Carson Williams is a guy I'm interested in. We'll open that tab. Xavier Isaac's a little too young and probably behind. Yeah, probably not going to make the race. Roman Anthony's a guy I like and has a lot of upside. Chase DeLauder's a hometown guy that I like. After that, I'm not sure. Not sure Walker Jenkins is quite ready. And then we get into some lower names here. Matt Shaw seems like a guy that might get a chance. But after that, yeah. So we got Roki Sasaki. We've got Carson Williams, who, 60 future value here, number 2 overall ranked prospect in the 2024 updated rankings. And you just look at the numbers he put up. 2023 put up 23 homers, 20 stolen bases, just great numbers as a 20-year-old playing in primarily high A, but he also cracked double A and triple A. And then he went back to double A in 2024 as a 21-year-old and put up another great season. So, I like this kid. I don't know if he makes the Rays lineup in the first half of the season. Fangraph sees him getting about 200 plate appearances this year, so that's a question mark, I'd say. But if it gets the opportunity, could be interesting. Roman Anthony, pretty much the same deal here. He in 2024, he was a 20-year-old at Double A and put up 15 homers, 16 stolen bases in 84 games. That's awesome. He moved up to Triple A where he was even better, arguably, as a 20-year-old at Triple A. So that is super projectable. Again, Fangraph sees him getting about half a season, so we will see if he cracks the Red Sox lineup here. Chase Delauder is a guy I like, is under the radar. I've talked about some of the autographs I've purchased of his on previous videos. Fangraphs doesn't like his playing time projections here, but if he does get in, he's a guy with some interesting power, left-handed stick in the corner outfield. You know, dealing with some injuries, so he's getting older as a prospect. He'll be 23 this year, but could be interesting if he makes the Cleveland lineup. And then we've got Matt Shaw here, who, um, they describe as twitchiest, most fun to watch. 5'9" stick of dynamite. Okay, that could be fun. Last year he was a 22-year-old across Double A and Triple A and put up 21 total homers, 31 stolen bases, good walk rate, low K rate, awesome numbers there at AAA. So, and then, you kind of looking at the news here too, and this says Cubs president said he'll get a long look at third base. So, Fangraph sees him getting a lot of playing time, 75% of the season here, putting up some pretty solid numbers. So Matt Shaw could be a guy we see as honestly like the number two or three prospect in the Series 2 rookie class. So some guys to keep an eye on for next year. That's about all I got for you guys. Appreciate you following along and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.